Hey, what's happening, gamers? It's K-Wife here, and today we're gonna be playing some Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Hope everyone's day is going great today. Great to see everyone in the chat, and I hope you guys are all doing well. Alright. Okay. Alright, guys and gals, we have, let's see what streams we have for the day. In case you guys don't have our newsletter, which would tell you guys all the streams we have for the day. But I will tell you guys just in case. Mario Party Superstars, Part 3. And then we have Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy, Part, 7. And then we have Batman Arkham Asylum, Part 2. From our Ultimate member, our Cereal. So thank you so much, our Cereal, for being an awesome Ultimate member. Hype! Droggle is cooking! What are you cooking, Droggle? Anything good? Anything delicious? Alright. I don't know. Droggle's he's always doing something. Cleaning, cooking, out doing his, warrior stuff. Pretty cool. Alright, let's go for it. Alright, hey Dozenar, how's it going? Chicken tacos. Oh my gosh, Struggle. Yummy. I'll have to see a, maybe a tutorial video on that. It sounds awesome. Hey, Geos. Wolf? Ghost Wolf. I'm sorry, Ghost Wolf. You're at your father's house right now. Awesome, awesome. Awesome, Pascal. Alright, guys, let's start it out with our old friend, B-Wing, from back on my channel days. I played a lot of games with B-Wing and then found out it was Brandon Williams, so pretty awesome. Okay, we're gonna do 1977. Oh, you're fine. No, you guys are fine. You can rush me. I don't mind if you guys rush me. I mean, I rush you guys all the time. Oh, it's fine. No, I didn't. I said warrior, not lawyer. Warrior, like, I don't know. Maybe Drago's a lawyer in real life as well. No, Drago does his awesome, different things where he does, like, cosplay stuff and, stuff like that. Cool, sci-fi, warrior, that's right. I was trying to make, yeah, I was gonna say LARP, but I was like, let's make it sound even cooler, and we'll say lawyer stuff, or warrior stuff. Now I'm all messed up here. No. But I'm sure Drago could be a lawyer. He seems smart enough to be. Okay. Oh, that's okay. I'm a little, sometimes I will have to articulate what I'm saying a little bit more. Ma, bring, whatever they do, the voice exercises. Toadette clan! Yes, Toadette hype! It's a Toadette train! We need to get a Toadette emoji! What do you guys think? For the channel, that would be great. We have too many, look at all the guy emojis we have. Not a lawyer, says Drago. Drago is a fierce, darn it, now I'm saying it! Drago is a fierce warrior when he does his LARP stuff, and, he has all this awesome Celtic knowledge about different things. So, I see him as a fierce Celtic warrior. And he's the alpha elf, so, of course, he would be leading, the clan of fierce elves to destroy us all someday. Let's move this. That's right. Let's move this. So, I don't know. Today I just, I don't know. I was just looking around and I found a cool website. Now I forgot what it's called, but it's pretty cool. They have like, I don't know, 30 different voice actors on the site. You can go there and you can get lessons. They can help you make a demo tape. They can help you make a home office. They can help you get jobs. They can help you teach lessons, getting voice acting. So I don't know. I was in kind of a, I don't know. I'm kind of excited about it. I have to save up for it someday, but I would really like to. Maybe Luke and I can both, you know, you have to pay like a yearly fee and then they give you like lessons. I think it's called Just Voice or something, Just a Voice or something like that. I'll have to get the website, but I've been trying to, everyone's always like, Luke, have you thought about voice acting? And he's just like, I don't know how to do it. I don't know where to begin. So I thought that would be great if I get him involved in like something like this. Maybe he could even use it as a business expense. That would be cool. So yeah, I was excited about that. I didn't do my Friday crossing today, guys. I needed a little day off. I was a little, like, I don't know, I just needed some time off, so it'll be next week, and I don't really know what I'm gonna do with that. I'm gonna eventually make another channel where I upload those, so I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Let's go, Amber Savage. Savage hype. Alpha elf. Biggest elf. Sorry, I really messed this one up. Sorry about that, Droggle. I feel like I ruined Droggle's day, but he's a tough warrior. Celtic warrior elf. Biggest elf. Awesome! Good to see you guys. Ghost Wolf. Amber Savage hype. Hey, hello, oops, sorry. Gerardo. Awesome. Hey, Brandon. You have to tell Luke to make a Toadette emoji. I do, Brandon. We're gonna have to get Toadette on here. There's so, I mean, look at, we've got Skeletor, Luigi. I mean, there's no offense, but there's no real, like, super cute girl emojis except for the cats and me. It gave me a chuckle. Okay, Droggle, thanks. He's tough. He's made of steel. Alright, so, hey Savant, how's it going? Hey Dozenar, hey everyone. Hey E2S2 Fanatic. Hi Kyla. I'm doing good. I needed a much needed day off. You know, I need to work my schedule out. My schedule is set in such a way where I'm bound to be depressed. Like, I can't just get up, get my job done, and then relax. It's like, I have to get up, I have a few hours in which I can, cook or anything like this, and then I basically have to do, like, 6 streams after that. Then after that, I'm exhausted and I have to go to bed, so it's like, not a very ideal schedule. But I have to do it because otherwise Luke would have to be up in the morning uploading everything. Well, he does upload some things, but I have to actually run the premiere, make sure the premiere's run, and make sure that I have everything. Like, there has to be a video going up at 2:30, and there has to be all the social media plugs. So, yeah. And I can't really leave. I can't, like, go off and do something for 6 hours and then come back. I have to kind of, like, hang around the house and, like, I don't know. So I'm trying to, like, I don't know what it was, but I got, speaking of warrior, it's like, I don't know why, but I saw, what was I looking at? I was watching some documentaries, and I found a documentary on Sparta, and oh my gosh, man, those guys were hardcore. And, I just, like, and then I saw, like, I never saw the movie, but I started seeing some clips from the movie, like, This is Sparta! And the guy pushes him off the cliff and... Oh, sorry if it's spoiler. But yeah, I was just like, wow, these guys were hardcore. Like, nothing could get in their way. So, I don't know why. I just, like, found some motivational videos to be a Spartan warrior. And I was like, awesome, I'm gonna play these every day. And I'll, like, just get through every day. Like, yeah, this is happening. Getting through my laundry. Oh, yeah. Making those tags. Rock on. So, I have this strange, like, urge to get up at 3 in the morning and go to the gym tomorrow. Maybe that will end up happening. Maybe I'll turn into The Rock or something. Hey, Luke could do, a cartoon voices how Mark Hamill got his start with Joker. Yeah, so the website that I'm looking at, I'll just be completely blunt. I don't really know. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys what it is, because I sent a link to Luke. If you guys are thinking about being voice actors, I'm just going to tell you guys what I found. It's called suchavoice.com. And it seems to have pretty good reviews. It's very expensive, though. Like, there are 2 packages. Like, you have to pay, like, a fee, and then you basically it's less than going to college for acting, but it would be like, I don't know, I guess I looked on Reddit, and like the lowest package they have is like $2,000 a year, so you would pay that fee every year that you're getting in their program, and they would help you make demo tracks, they would teach you how to voice act, they would teach you how to record, they would give you the things that basically give you a list of things you need to make for your home studio. They would basically do one-on-one lessons with you for like a whole year. And then, so I was like, well, I mean, instead of me going to college, like, I've already gone to college for culinary, and I went for music before I met Luke. So, I was like, well, I could just send Luke to college, voice acting college, for a couple of years. Or however long he wanted to go. So, I don't know, I was excited about it. Yeah, he could definitely, because I think that it's really hard to get, it seems super expensive, but compared to, like, if you were gonna go to acting school for college, which would be, like, a lot of money, I think it's really not that expensive compared to what, like, a college would be. And Luke doesn't really like traditional college, so yeah, like, I can't do it, obviously, for many, many years, or, I don't know, until I get out of debt or something. And then I would have, you can make a payment plan with them and stuff. But, so you could, like, pay it monthly or something, instead of going to college or something. So it'd be like, you know, basically taking, like, voice lessons. So, yeah, it looks pretty cool. Zelda, are you gonna attack the people on the screen? My cat's being rude today. So yeah, I'd really like to, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if Luke will go for it. I mean, I can't really do anything about it right now. Oh my gosh. But, if that would count as a business expense, that would be amazing. Because, like, I mean, Luke does do voiceover work. Then he could get that amount off his taxes. So anyway, just some stuff I was thinking about. Yeah, there's apparently a lot of different websites like that online. This one kind of got good reviews, but, I don't know. Amber Savage hype! Amber the new rock Kate White. That's right, Thomas. What will happen to Smash in the near future when it comes to the near future? I'm still gonna do Smash Bros. Until, like, I stop getting more than 1,000 views an episode. If it starts getting, like, 500 or 400 views an episode, then I'll replace it with something else, like, but I don't really see it being replaced. Like, everyone really likes Smash. I don't really think, like, Pokemon, like, think of another game. Like, I'd have to have another game that could replace it. you know, like, if it gets really bad, I could replace it with, I could do Fortnite Saturdays. And, like, basically, I don't know why, but they count more views on the weekends are more important for your channel than the weekdays. And thank you for telling us about the state of play thing, Brandon. Sorry we weren't able to do that. Okay, Kobiata SZA, have a good night. Can I read your last comment? I might gonna get red and blue Mario edition of Nintendo Switch sometime. Okay, cool. Awesome. After you get HISET, I'm going to do International School of the World, just doing online courses, less than college, LOL. Oh, cool, Casey's World. Yeah, I mean, like, what I don't understand about college is, I don't understand, like, right now, I could probably easily go to a college that my family really wants me to go to, which I was going to go to when I was 20. I keep putting it off because it's extremely expensive, so I'll be paying it off my whole life. But I wouldn't actually it wouldn't actually help me with my job. Like, it would just help me to be more comprehensive, like, I guess, intelligent person. I would, you know, get a degree in music, etc. I'd be able to teach a few voice lessons at my house, but it's not actually going to help me do a career. It's not going to help me do anything. Like, I don't see, a lot of colleges, I don't see them actually helping with careers. Like, for instance, like, I went to a culinary school. That's not an actual college, that's like a tech college. So they just teach you the one skill, and then you get a job afterwards. So, for me, I feel like careers are much easier to get if you go to a tech school. But if you go to college, then people look at you a lot better. They treat you better, like in your family, at least in mine. My family treats people a lot better that go to college. You know, everybody is impressed with you, and whenever you have something to say, people are always like, oh, this person went to college. They know what they're talking about. So I feel like, for me, college is more like a status thing. It's like becoming a citizen of Rome. Like, I'm paying a certain fee to become a higher citizen. I don't know. It feels like I'm becoming like the alpha class of like people, which is exactly why I haven't really done it. I am my associates, then I went and got a tech thing for medical assisting, then I got a tech certificate for graphic and web design, and then I went to school to do tech for culinary because I wanted to learn to cook, and I don't really have anyone in my family that knows how to cook. Like, it's really bad. Like, the soup that I made yesterday was kind of bad. Like, it wasn't very good because I was kind of like experimenting. And Luke and I both were like, oh wow, this wasn't that great. But I feel like my family and Luke's family would be like, oh, this soup is great. And I'd be like, no, it's not. Like, they just don't. Luke and I are like the black sheep of our family. We always, like, we look at everything that's going on and we're always like, no, I don't like this. I'm going to work harder and try to do better than this. You can, like, I have no problem if people like what they like, but Luke and I are just, I don't know, we're just the black sheep of of both of our families. So it's just like, which actually apparently isn't a bad thing. I used to think it was a bad thing, but I don't know. I found in life that apparently if people are super mean to you and are jerks to you, a lot of times it's because they're either jealous of you or they see you having some kind of talent or ability that they are upset that you have and they don't. So I didn't realize that. I just thought everyone hated me for no reason my whole life. So yeah, I just like, now I'm starting to kind of realize like, oh, like this is why, because like it's really not like, it's not like I had better talents or abilities. It's like I'm willing to put in the work to try to work harder at it. Or try, you know, I'm willing to try more, like keep trying, which I think a lot of gamers are like that. They don't give up as much. You know, you guys always keep trying, like if you don't succeed, you just keep going for it. That's a really good quality to have. But anyway, I'm babbling on. I'm gonna keep trying to win this. I don't even know what I was talking about. And it doesn't matter. So yeah, I don't see, the thing is, I feel really bad is if I went to this big college that my family always wanted me to go to, I know I could do it. I know I could. I know I could. But it's like, I know that once I finish it, then they'll like treat Luke worse because he doesn't have a degree or the same degree as I do. So I don't know. That's what kind of holds me back. I talk to Luke about this all the time. I'm always like, well, if I went to college, then, you know, people would be so mean to you compared to me because they see people like as a status thing. But he's always like, I don't care what they think. And I was like, well, I do though. I do. It bothers me. I don't know why it bothers me. It just bothers me a lot. But I don't know. I'm just weird about that. Great. I beat Waluigi at least. Oh, thank you, Richard. Okay, Tom's got a thing. Maybe taking cooking classes. I've been called to ministry, and ISOW is a good place for career education that needs important to get a higher youth ministry. Awesome, Casey's World. Yeah, I mean, I think that if I was single and I wasn't married, I would pay the tremendous amount of money, and I would go for the status of college just so my family would take me seriously. Honestly, that's the entire reason I would go to college. I don't even care. Like, I don't think I would get anything out of it. I don't think that I would get a better job. I really don't think it would actually matter at all. I don't think that will help at all. The only thing it would do is boost my confidence a little bit, but I honestly don't think it would matter. I mean, obviously, I think maybe one or two people would be more likely to give me a job because they also would be like my family and be like, oh, you're more important, you have a degree. But in reality, I don't really see the world like that. I don't see things like that. I think that's kind of like really weird. I don't see it like that because how do you know that somebody hasn't learned a tremendous amount on their own and read like all these books on their own? Just because you read it in school and you have a teacher sign off on it doesn't mean that somebody else didn't read all those books on their own and learn everything like self-study. I just don't believe that. I just do not believe that you have to go and pay hundreds of thousands of dollars and be in debt forever to have a few teachers write on a piece of paper that you are smart, when in reality, no offense, but a lot of times those who can't do teach. So a lot of the teachers that work there work as teachers because they couldn't really make it in the actual world. Like, they couldn't actually make it as a business owner, or they couldn't make it, you know, actually making money on their own. They have to depend on the college to give them a job because they don't actually know how to succeed in life without college. So for me, I don't really understand. I feel me going to college is feeding into the system that I disagree with. So I don't know. I think I just overthink things a lot, and it basically ruins my life. Alright, well, I'm done talking about that. Let's keep going! Good piano books, yeah, Suzuki. I have some piano books right now on my, I probably have a good piano book, like, a few feet from me. See, that's what I would like to do. So here would be my plan. If I could go to college, go to the college that I like to go to, what I would do is I would make my family really angry at me. I mean, I'm an adult, but apparently they still have their clutches in me. But, it's like, I would just make them angry because my mom is like, you have to go into music education. That's the only thing you can do. Well, that's not actually true. You don't have to go into music education. That's if you plan on being a full-time teacher. I don't plan on doing that for my job. And most music students would do that like out of fear because they feel like they couldn't get another job. But, I mean, but anyway, what was I gonna say? So what I would really like to go into college for is music, and then they have a degree at the college I'm at, like music with electives in an outside field. And I would go into music and I would go into law because I've always wanted to take philosophy and like law and like learn about that. I don't know if I would ever end up as a lawyer, but I think it would be really interesting. And I just think like you only live one time, so you might as well just try it doing whatever. You can't just be like, well, I don't know if I'll succeed, or I don't know if I'll ever end up doing this. Well, that doesn't really matter, because what are you gonna do? Live your life again and try it next time? You only have one life. You might as well just try it. You might as well just fail as much as you can. You might as well just try everything you can. Like, if life was a video game and most people are just playing the game like they're NPCs, you might as well go off the road and go to another village you're not supposed to go to, or go out of order in the game, or try going towards, you know, maybe there's like a cliff and like see what's over the edge. I mean, maybe not jump off the cliff, but I'm just saying, like, I just don't want to be tied down and like just play the game of life the way everybody plays it. Why? Like, why would I do that? Like, who's forcing me to do that? It just feels like there's no reason to. That's just my thoughts on it. So, yeah, I think I mean, who knows if I would end up being a lawyer someday, but it would be pretty cool. I have some really mean people in my family. It'd be pretty awesome for me to have a minor in law, so I could, like, argue with them a little bit, or, you know, just for my own knowledge, it might be kind of interesting. So that's probably what I would do, and then I would take all the lessons that I learned from music, like you guys were asking about piano books and stuff. I would just teach online lessons. I wouldn't need to work at a school. I could just teach lessons online. See, like, we in the age of technology and video and YouTube and videos, you guys and gals could take anything you like. You could go to college for anything you like. You could learn about anything you want, even if a job exists for it or not, and you could make your own job. You could literally say you loved archaeology and you didn't know if you would get into an archaeology like unit of people that were studying the pyramids. Doesn't matter. Think about it this way. You could actually go to college for archaeology, learn all you could about archaeology, and then start your own business in which you actually vlog and you go to different areas on your own. You save up and you make a vlog about you visiting a certain site and you talk about it, and you can just make it your job. You could actually do whatever you wanted for a job. You could just create your own career. You could create something that never existed before. Anyway, that's what I plan on doing with my life, because I can't fit into like the cookie cutter mold of society that they're just like, oh, this is like, everyone's like, well, if you try to do something different that doesn't match what everyone else is doing, you might fail. Well, right, but at least I'm not doing what everyone else is doing. Even if I crash and burn, it's still more exciting than just following what everyone else is doing. At least I've tried. That's why, like, sometimes, like, when people see people that are homeless, or like people that have failed in their business or something, and people on the news are like, oh, they tried this but they failed, oh, they shouldn't have done that, they shouldn't have taken that risk. And I'm always like, wow, I really respect them that they tried. That was awesome. That was very bold of them. I think it's cooler if you actually try. I don't know. I am playing with viewers. You're half blind. Every time I play Mario, I don't get very far. Alright, great to see you, Tom, and Big Blue, and everyone. Hope everyone's day is going great. Yep, I'm playing with viewers, and we're playing on Brandon's tournament, and, yep, we've got a giveaway going for, Super Mario Party All-Stars, and the next stream for that is in about an hour. Alright, hope everyone's day is going fantastic. Great to see everyone in the chat today. And hope you guys are all doing well. I am playing with viewers, and the tournament code is right at the top. Great to see you guys, Ghost Wolf, E2S2 Fanatic, Richard Taylor, and everybody. Oh, awesome! That's awesome. See, that's the thing is, like, what you go to college for will not necessarily be your job. Exactly, Casey's World. Sometimes, you know, sometimes your job, like, for instance, I was trying to do a music education class, and it wasn't working out with my schedule, so I had to quit that. So I didn't end up doing that for a job. So sometimes, like, you know, just because, say you get a degree in education or whatever, and then you end up not being able to really work in the mornings because of some family or scheduling issue, and you can't really work in the mornings when school is around. So you can't really use your degree, so you end up having to use something else. You end up having to do another job. That's the thing, like, people always say whatever you end up learning in school, you'll use it somewhere. So right now, like, I went to school for cooking, but I'm not really cooking for a job, but I did use it to, like, have more confidence for some vlogs, and you know, I am eventually probably gonna do some more cooking vlogs and stuff, but it's like, you'll always use it. Like, say, okay, for instance, like, say you know, learn how, you know, I don't know, the things that people do around their house the most, cook and clean. Say you get better at that kind of stuff, you know, maybe you had to do a job where you had to, you know, clean apartments or something. You'll always end up using that knowledge. That will always help you later in life, even though you think it's stupid. It will always help you, because a penny saved is a penny earned. If you, you know, if you're really good at cooking and cleaning, then you'll be able to, you know, help your house to look a lot better, and then therefore, you know, you'll be a lot more organized. You'll be able to, you know, run your house more efficiently with less money. You'll be able to save a lot of money, so it will actually help you in the long run. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, like, everything that you learn is going to help at some point. Like, say I ended up taking accounting, that would really help me. Like, right now, my business is like, everyone's like, what do you do for a job? It's like, well, let's see, I do everything. It's like, let's see, art, you know, community streams, community management posts on Twitter, like, social media. Let's see, one thing that I really need to do more for my job is be better at, the accounting aspect of it. So I could get a degree in accounting. That's the problem, like, when you own your own business, or when you run your own business, or even your own life. Like, everyone needs those skills. Accounting, you know, household management, you know, like, communication skills, everything. You know, you kind of need all those skills in life, and, like, I don't really understand why, but they don't really teach those things in college. Like, they don't really teach cooking in college. They don't really teach accounting very much in college. I didn't learn it in high school, and the things, I mean, unless you actually go into a degree in that. See, I wish they would actually teach you things that you would actually need, like accounting, cooking, things like this, like that everyone needs to do. They don't really teach that. They just teach a lot of long, drawn-out courses, liberal arts courses that it isn't really going to help you succeed. So I don't know. That's why I get really confused on it. You know, like I know this one family that, you know, they pride themselves on going to college and all this, but they basically went to college a long time ago. They basically sit and watch TV 9 hours a day, and for dinner they a lot of times make like gravy bread, which it's like, that doesn't feel like a very good quality of life to me. Like I need to have something more than just gravy on some bread, no offense, but it's just like I'd rather build a life that is full in every way instead of just in one way. Like, instead of like, oh, I did this thing a long time ago and I'm superior now, but in reality I'm not superior, I'm just pretending I am because I have this degree. So I don't know, I'm just weird. I just think people say I overthink, but I just feel like people just don't think enough, because it's like, I don't know. I just feel like our society is kind of like, I just find it odd when people are like, what is wrong with our society? Why is everyone, you know, angry? Why is everyone not, you know, why the community is not strong, and, you know, people aren't really together on issues, and, you know, people are always arguing. Well, you know, like, well, if you don't have any, you know, you have to take time to build yourselves as a country, as individuals. You have to, like, build your own personal, you know, skills and, you know, communication skills, and you have to build your quality of life inside you, and then as a whole, as your country, then you have to build, you know, things in your community that help your community to be a better place. It's like, people are always like, why is the world a bad place? Well, it's like, as they say, like, if you want to get rid of darkness, you bring in light. If you want to get rid of bad things in the world, you bring in more good things. You bring in quality, you know, community events and organizations and, like, things that people do. Like, that's why I really like Halloween. Like, Halloween is the last thing that actually brings communities together. Like, people keep saying, oh, Halloween is evil and all this. Well, if it's really evil, then why is it the only thing that everyone can agree on and go trick-or-treating and hang out and have fun with? It doesn't seem evil to me. Anyway, I'm just babbling on. My mom studied taking college course to get a job in teaching to help out, and she did great. That's awesome, Casey's World. We live in a society. Exactly, Thomas. Well, now I'm, like, studying the Spartan society, and, like, everyone from the age of 7 was in the military, and they all helped out. Like, everything was part of the society. They all worked together, you know, to build their society every single day. Like, it's almost like everything was super communal, and, like, people worked together to make their city-state great. And, like, you don't really see that in today's society. Everyone's working for themselves. They're not really helping each other out. You know, so it's like, you look at, like, old ancient cultures and you wonder, like, how were they so great? Like, these huge statues of them, and they look chiseled, and, like, they were really amazing, and they were really, like, they weren't afraid to fight in battle, like, swords coming at them and all this stuff. I mean, I'm sure they were afraid, but it's like they were so much braver than us. And it's like, you wonder, like, what, like, they are the same as us in many ways. We're people just like them. Why were they able to achieve this, and we cannot seem to get anything done? Like, I understand we have a lot of technology and TV and stuff, but we can't build a society, like, where people care about each other and feel connected and, like, are together. And, like you can't go out the door and be like, oh, you know, like, I'm whatever country you're in, like, I'm whatever country you guys are from, like, either a lot of people are watching from the UK or the Netherlands or America, so you can't really go out the door and be like, okay, I'm an American, like, I know my fellow Americans will help me if I drop my grocery bags, or if I need help bringing this into the house, I know someone will help me out and pick this up for me, because we're working together for a society. Like, that would not happen. Like, people just do not do that. They just wouldn't care. So, I think, like, that's the problem right there. People are just like, why is there so much people that are angry? It's like, well, if people are angry because nobody helps anybody out. That's the reality. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking everything, but I really think, I don't know. I really think, like, people, like, I don't know, like, there has to be something to change where people actually start helping each other. Like, it has to be, like, a code. Like, we need, like, a warrior code, like, for people today, where we help each other out and we stand next to each other and help each other no matter what. Like an honor code or something. I just think that would help a lot better, because then people would be expected to be good society members and help each other out. That's just what I think. I don't know. I don't know. I've just been thinking about it, and I just think that would be better. But I don't think that's gonna happen. But who knows? Maybe I could start my own honor code and help my neighbors out, and then maybe it would trickle down or something. Cheat code for the world. Yeah, like, you could write a code that everyone's supposed to, like, it wouldn't be a code that everyone has to follow, not like a law. Like, right now, we're based on laws. It's like, don't steal or you go to jail. What about, like, a law? What about, like, a code about why, you know, not stealing is honorable, or about why helping people that are low on food would be honorable? What about an honor code to help people? Like, if you had an honor code to help people that are low on food, nobody would need to steal, because people would be helping each other out, so you wouldn't actually have to steal, because you would already have help from your neighbor. I don't know. I don't know. I've just been looking at, like, older societies, and they were just more, like, you know, maybe they didn't have indoor plumbing, but, like, some of them, they just seemed like they were more, like, helping each other out, like, than us. Like, I don't know, it just feels like that. It sounds like Durman videos? Maybe. I grew up Catholic. Halloween is not evil, says Richard Taylor. Yeah. I learned a lot from YouTube videos. Interesting. Well, anyway, I won't talk about this anymore. It's weird. So this will be the last one we do, guys and gals. Oh, somebody wants Rainbow Road, and then we will do. I'll do Tom's if Tom wants me to do his. So yeah, just some weird stuff. Like, why couldn't there be? Okay, I said I would stop, but it's like, why couldn't there be a code of honor system that people follow? That you wouldn't, like, that would be in a, like, right now we have laws, like, don't, you know, I don't know. It's just like they have these laws, so everyone's living in fear of the law. Why couldn't you have an honor code that teaches you what, like, everything, the law teaches you what not to do? Why couldn't you have an honor code that explains what to do? Nobody knows what to do. You know, like, or nobody can agree on what to do. Like, we could have some normal codes that we all agree on, like, things that people kind of agree, like, oh, this is a good idea, like, you know, I don't know, it's just weird. Especially with helping people out, helping your neighbor, you know, but whatever, I don't know. That's what I think about every time I see the news and there's bad stuff. I'm always like, this, like, people are like, what's wrong? It's like, well, what's right? That's what I always ask. Like, there's nothing right happening. Nobody's helping each other. That's why people, when they lose it, when they're down on their luck, they go crazy because they don't have anyone help them. And then something terrible ends up happening because there's no safety net, no community safety nets help them. Anyway, I said I would stop talking about it, so I will. Okay, guys. So this will be the last course of this, and then, never mind. I'm gonna stop. It's just like, I think that's what our leaders should be talking about, instead of, like, lashing out against each other. They should be saying what we should do. Like, hey, you know, like, let's get Americans to help volunteer right now to help the people that need food in the food pantries. There's something that you could say that I think everyone could agree on, but nobody talks about it in the news. This is so weird. Alright, I'm done. Alright guys, so this will be the last one of this one, and then we're gonna do another tournament. What's my favorite villager on Animal Crossing? Thank you. God bless you for changing the subject, Casey's World. You know I can't get off the subject once I start. My favorite villager in Animal Crossing is not Peanut, the squirrel. It's my least favorite villager. I have a very bad relationship with Peanut the squirrel. And I had another squirrel that gave me post-traumatic stress, coming back to my island. And I've tried to get the squirrel off my island the entire time. And they never leave. They never leave the island. My favorite villager is probably... I like the little mouse, but I kind of like him because he flatters me a lot. He always says I'm amazing. So I don't really know if it's sincere. But I do like the rhinoceros. Alright guys, we're gonna do another one. You like torching blathers. What is everyone's favorite, villager in Animal Crossing? Great question, Casey's World. How do I feel about Birdo? I really don't know what to say, Cool Yoshi. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to feel about Birdo. Okay, you guys have your favorite characters here. Tom, did you have a... Let's see if Tom had it. Hey, great to see you, Richard Taylor. Thanks so much for being a member. Awesome to see you. Alright, and I think I added Tom's. Alright, great. Okay, so we're gonna do Tom's tournament. Thank you, Brandon, for making an awesome tournament, and we're gonna try to add Tom's here. Let me try it again. Let's see. Dead air, dead air. Why can't I seem to find it? Oh. I put in 2 1s. Alright, 2 1s. Alright, so we're gonna get rid of this one. Let me just... I'm gonna take a picture of it. Thank you for that one. I'm gonna get rid of that one. Turkey is 98 years old. Oh, 4699 4053. Okay, we're gonna do this one. Alright, Tom's got an awesome tournament for us. Oh, I already have this one? Turkey was founded on October 19th, 1923. Awesome, E2S2 Fanatic. Alright, guys, I'm gonna go with Blue Amber. Blue, do. Yeah, Turkey has a very long history, E2S2 Fanatic. I would love to go there someday. Hey, Tom! Oh, after the Ottoman Empire? Oh, wow. Yeah. That's a long, I mean, extremely long history. Alright, let's wait for more players. Definitely. Alright, guys. Well, happy anniversary of, Turkey. The country of Turkey. That's awesome. E2S2 Fanatic. Very cool. Alright, let me see if I can find some fun facts about Turkey. Oh wow, fun fact number 1. The city of Istanbul, which we went to in Flight Simulator, and I will have to go and change the day tonight and try that game a little bit more, is on 2 continents. The story of Santa Claus originated in Turkey. Wow. The original name of Istanbul is actually Byzantium. Or Byzantium. Istanbul, or Old Constantinople, was founded on 7 hills. Awesome! So, there's a lot of our culture and, you know, heritage that comes from Turkey. Turkey is such an old, country, and it has so much history to it. I was looking up the Viking game, and they said that the Vikings, or the ancestors of the Vikings, some of them, may have come from Turkey at some point. So very rich cultural place, and a lot of really awesome history to it. Well, thank you so much, Ghost Wolf. Turkey was founded, the nation of Turkey was founded October 29th, 1923. Awesome. Pretty cool. Oh wow, some people believe that Noah's Ark landed on Turkey, in Turkey. Interesting. Ankara, not Istanbul, is the capital of Turkey. Ankara is the capital. The story of Santa Claus originated in Turkey. The Turks love tea. Turkey is known for its coffee, but Turkish tea is also has extraordinary flavors, and you have to try it when you travel there. Awesome. I would love to go. Oh man, now I want to visit. I want to visit E2S2 Fanatic. Okay. Alright, very cool. And we get to know from E2S2 Fanatic all kinds of cool things about Turkey. Like what burger shops they have there, or like different places to eat. The tea from Turkey came from rice. Oh, wow, cool. Very cool. I would love to go there. Luke doesn't like me to travel any more than 20 minutes outside where I live. He told me when I'm 60 I can travel. So watch, in 40 years, guys, I'm gonna end up traveling as an old lady. I'm gonna go see E2S2 Fanatic, who will probably look a lot younger than me. And I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Like at 60 years old, I'm gonna go start traveling all over the world. Because I'm like cooped up here. I want to travel so bad. Oh, mainly. What's my favorite holiday? What's everyone's favorite holiday in the chat? My favorite holiday is my anniversary with Luke, so it's probably my favorite holiday. I don't really like my birthday, because I find my birthday really awkward. I have since I was a little girl. I don't know. I like a whole day of having whatever I want just because I'm born is just weird. I guess I'm a really weird person. I guess I'm weird. Luke keeps telling me he thinks I'm an alien because I just don't fit in with the rest of the world. I just don't understand. Like, I mean, birthdays are great, like, for little kids and stuff. I don't know. I feel so awkward. I think it's because of my mom. My mom kind of, like, overdid my birthday and everyone's birthday, like... My mom kind of like got really excited. I don't really like holidays in general because my mom got like super excited about most holidays. Like it was like over the top. Like not just over the top, but over the top. Like it was just so over the top that it made me feel weird. Like I don't know. I don't want to say this. My mom doesn't really watch these streams anyway, so it's completely fine. But like my mom would just basically like the birthday would be like the entire day. Would be like your day. You could do whatever you want. And like we only had one TV in the house, so whoever's birthday it was, they would be like, no, it's your brother's birthday today. We're gonna watch whatever he wants to watch all day. And it was just kind of like too weird for me. Like I don't know. I just got weirded out. Like I think that was awesome. It was kind of awesome. My mom is kind of like I've had to learn, like, my mom really likes living her life, like, in a certain way, where she lives it differently than everyone else, let's just say. But my mom is a sweetheart. She's a lot of fun. The only problem is, my mom her dad was a doctor, so my mom could kind of afford to be fancy and do all this special fancy stuff. My dad worked maintenance, and, you know, I grew up in a rough part of town. So, you know, her, like, kind of, like, making everything extravagant doesn't really work with my upbringing, where I didn't really have a lot of money growing up. So, it was, like, really weird. It was, like, my mom was always like, well, when I was younger, I took a trip to Spain for my birthday, and I'm just thinking, that's great, Mom. I hope that I can get $5 so I can make it through the next week, but okay. So yeah, it was just kind of weird. I have a really interesting relationship with my mom, because it's like my mom doesn't understand that, like, my dad is not a doctor, so it's like, it's not, like, quite the same thing. So yeah, so I like my anniversary the most because, I just get to spend it with Luke. I just like my holidays to be calm, like, when people have way too much expectations for a holiday, I get really stressed out because, like, basically people are just, like, really weird. Like, I had somebody yell. I've had people, not in my family, but when I met some people from Luke's family and stuff, like, well, there was a person in my family that got upset at Christmas before, but sometimes, like, at some holidays, people get super upset. They're just like, I wanted this to be perfect, and it's not perfect. It's like, well, like, why are you expecting it, like, so much? Like, oh, so much expectation. So that's why I just don't like holidays. It's just too stressful. But, like, I like having my anniversary, because basically what we do is we just have Chinese food, or we just order out and we just watch anime for like an hour, and that's our anniversary, and then we go back to work. So it's like, I kind of like that better. It's like I celebrate the holiday for like an hour, and then I'm back to my life. So, I don't know. That's just me. But, yeah, what kind of holiday does everybody like? Oh, yeah, you have a twin brother that takes all the attention. Yeah, I understand that, Richard Taylor. I have the same, like, my family, most people I don't know, maybe it's just me, but most people that I know in my family and meet in work and everything, most people that I meet in real life are super selfish, especially my family members, no offense, but it's kind of true. And it's like, you know, I can tell, like, okay, on my birthday, I just, you know, get a card and they give me like a cake that they got on sale or something. And then for my brother's birthday or something, they'll go like completely out for them, like get all the stuff, and they'll take the entire day off. So it's like, yeah, it kind of, I don't like birthdays because it's like, you can't help but compare. You can't help but think like, oh wow, like, I'm getting this and I'm remembering what my brother got, and it's like not the same. Yeah, I used to think that would get better with time, but it really doesn't. It kind of like gets worse. I think that, like, that's kind of why I started, I don't want to say this, but it's like, I don't know why, but like recently I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna embrace that, like, embrace the pain. Like, you know, like, life is unfair. You can just like completely embrace it and be like a warrior through life. I tend to think that, you know, people that treat other people unfairly, it's like, I think that they treat us unfairly or whatever because they are jealous, or because they think that we already have it all, because we don't act like them. We don't act selfish or rude or mean. So they assume that we must have a really great life, but in reality, we're just holding ourselves to a higher standard of being kind. But those people don't really understand that. They think, you must have something secretly that I don't have. It's like, yeah, it's called, you know, a soul. So yeah, I think I've finally realized in life that, you know, people are just gonna be, I think whenever someone treats me unfairly, I'm just gonna embrace that and be like, you know what? They're treating me unfairly because they subconsciously kind of think that I'm really cool. Like, they're kind of mad about that. So they're just gonna be jerks to me. So I'm just gonna embrace that and be like, whatever. But it does hurt. That's why I don't like holidays, because most people that I know in my family and in my husband's side of the family, they're kind of mean. So it's like, holidays are a time where I have to spend it with them, and it's like, I would much rather spend the holiday just not being like verbally abused or something. So that's kind of why I don't like holidays in general. Like, I don't know. I just, it's just, like, I don't know. It kind of ruins it for me. I'm hoping I can make my holidays better for my kids someday. But, you know, like, I don't know. It's just kind of, I don't know. Now I'm getting depressed, but yeah, I think I finally realized, this week or something, because I was like, I don't know. I was looking at a lot of like warrior codes and stuff like this, and I was thinking, I realized like it doesn't matter. Like, I was thinking like, how can I make these people like me? And I just realized like, it doesn't matter if they like me, ever. Like, I'll just keep living my life, and then, you know, if they don't like me, then I'll just know like that they don't like me. Every time I see them, I'll just know like, okay, well, they don't like me, so I guess I'll just do the best I can to be a good person to them, and then just go back to my life. There's nothing I can do. Anyway, sorry to get into it, but yeah, that's what I don't like about holidays, is comparison, and like Luke, you know, yeah, I won't go into who it is, but there's some family in Luke's side that basically the daughter, she used to get mad whenever her brother had a present on his birthday, so she would demand a present too, so she kind of became super spoiled growing up, because it was like, she could not she could not endure the fact that her brother would have a special day for himself that she couldn't participate in. So it's just, I don't know. That's why I don't like holidays. I just like, I usually celebrate a holiday for like an hour, and then that's kind of what I like for Christmas. It's like what I would love. My ideal Christmas would be go visit my family for an hour and say, thanks, you know, Merry Christmas, here you go, presents, and then just go back and start working again. That's kind of what I would like to do, but that never really ends up working out. Oh wow, Sigmund Freud says if they don't like you, it's because you remind them of something they don't like about themselves. Wow, that's weird, Richard. Yeah, I mean, that's possible. You don't celebrate Thanksgiving, Ghost World? Aww. Well, it could be that. I mean, I don't agree with everything Freud said, but I think also sometimes they're super jealous. But it could be that, like they remind you, like you remind them of something they could be, or a part of them that they've lost too. Like, you know, my mother-in-law was always criticizing me, like always saying, you know, like, you can't do this, you can't succeed at this, you can't do this, like, you're never gonna be able to do this. It's just weird because it's like, it's just odd. It's like, why do you care so much what I do? I've never had anyone so obsessed with me before. It's just so weird. So I wonder, like, why in the world is she acting like this with me? So yeah, sometimes I think like she gave up on life, so she wants me to also, so then she'll feel better about herself, like, so she doesn't have to feel like, oh great, if I get her to give up on life as well, then, you know, then we'll both be losers with no future, and then I won't be alone. You like the code of chivalry? That's awesome, Troggle. What's everyone's favorite code? You guys like the code of knights, of chivalry, of like the samurai, or of like a Spartan warrior, or the code of, I don't know. I think Calvin and Hobbes have a code. I don't know. It could be either, really. Oh, your dad's gonna smoke a turkey. That's awesome, Kylia. 81 cities in Turkey, and 30 of them are big cities, while some cities are small or middle cities. Cool. Pascal says I don't know any codes. We're gonna have to find some codes, guys. That's coming on my fun facts channel. Alright, Drago, do you know any fun facts about the chivalry code? That's the thing though, like, here's my thing about people that are mean or evil. If you would actually figure out where they are coming from, like if you would actually try to figure it out, then you would kind of start thinking like them, and then you would kind of like become them. So it's better if you don't know. Like, for me, like, people be really mean for no reason. I don't really want to know, like, okay, well, you know, like, if I start thinking like them, then I'll become mean too, so I just, like, nah. I'm just gonna not worry about it. Like, well, I don't know what's going on with them, but I'm just gonna do my thing over here. I don't know. I like the code of the knights. Awesome, Riley. What about the school dress code? Anyone a fan? Hey everyone, hope everyone's day is going great. The coat of arms says, the coat of arm. Awesome, Tom. Man, I'm on a weird topic again today, guys. Sorry about that. I would look at the Knights of King Arthur. Awesome, Droggle. I will look at it. Maybe that would be a fun fact video. Dab time. Awesome. All right, that's okay, Droggle. I know you're doing your work stuff. You're like working around the house, so I don't want to like bother you. You're like listening in, so no worries. My code is to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Definitely, Richard. I mean, if everybody followed that code, that is the golden rule, you know. If everyone did that. Huh, I know, like, yeah, let's wait for more players. I remember, like, talking to my mother-in-law one time, and she was just like, yeah, you know, you're gonna need to do all this stuff for me, and, you know, I expect you to do what I say. And then I was like, oh, okay. And I was just, like, freaked out, like, okay, this is really different than how she first introduced herself to me. Completely 180 change. And then, like, later on, I heard her mention that she didn't feel that she needed to do anything that she didn't want to do. But it's like she expected everyone else to do that. Everything they didn't want to do. So I was just thinking, like, well, so you're expecting things out of people that you were not willing to do yourself. That's pretty weird. Like, that's kind of that's kind of like the definition of a tyrant. So that's like the opposite of do unto others as you would have them do. Like, if everyone lived by the do unto others code, then no one would be a hypocrite anymore, because you would just, you know, you'd treat people the way you would like to be treated in that situation. You know, like, you know, I mean, old guy gets on a train, you know, and younger person gives them their seat. Why would they do that? Well, if I was old, I would really like somebody to give me their seat so I wouldn't be in pain. I could sit down. So it's like you imagine how the other person feels and what you would like someone to do for you, and, you know. The only problem is you end up doing that, and then a lot of really mean people end up just taking advantage of it, because you're doing nice things for them and they never do anything nice back for you. That's the difficulty of it, but, I mean, hopefully God sorts it all out, at some point. But yeah, that is a very good code, definitely. Hey, Savon! Hey, Droggle! This game, we need Mario Kart 9. Okay, guys, I think that's the last one. I'm gonna do a different one. Oh, good, okay. So, I'm actually gonna go to another one. Yeah, that's what I don't like. Like, that's what I don't like about, like, people that argue. Like, it's like, okay, I'm gonna insist on my way, and if you argue with me, then I'll make an argument that will be worse than the original thing you were worried about happening if you would have, you know, not done what I said originally. So I'll make, you either have to do what I say, or I'll make it even worse than if, like, it's like, so either way you lose. Either way they win. So, either you have to, like, basically bend the knee in submission, or, you have to be argued at, and the only way you can argue back is to be even more vicious and cruel than they are to win the argument, and to yell louder or be even more mean. And by the time you do that, they've won in that respect, because they've forced you to bring you down to their level, so then you're also mean and cruel just like them, and then they leave smirking and having a great time, because they're like, look, I made you just as evil as I am myself, and I won. So either way they win. Either way, like, whether you argue with them, you do what they say, and even if you do what they say, they still win. If you try to argue with them, then they win. So, it's frustrating. I mean, that's called tyranny. That's what I don't like. I never had that growing up with my grandfather. Was a very good person, and he wasn't a tyrant. But the new family I married into, they're very tyrannical, and I don't like that. It makes me very upset. And I don't know why, when I just saw, like, I don't know why, but, like, a few days ago, I just saw this, oh yeah, we're gonna go here, but I just saw, you know, like, the only reason why nobody stands up to that is because in society, we're told that we can't stand up to it. We're not allowed to. We're not allowed to stand up to women that take control of the family and are ridiculous and somewhat mentally insane, and argumentative, and we can't hurt their feelings because they're women. We can't go against the family because that would seem wrong. But in reality, it is tyranny. It's taking away your rights. It's wrong. It's wrong in so many ways. I'm going to do race for fun. So, a few days ago, I saw, weirdly enough, some of my husband's health conditions actually came from, yeah, exactly, Ricky. That's the thing. I am okay. Like, I cannot go to my mother-in-law's house for holidays because she's so terribly abusive. I'm the same, and the thing is, Luke can't drive himself because he can't drive. So I am blamed for. Basically, they've blamed me for saying that I forced Luke not to go, and they're actually in delusional land, believing that Luke doesn't have a disability when he does. Okay. So, yeah, see, that's the thing is, like, everybody has somebody like that, especially, and I'm not gonna, and I've been researching this for a long time, and I really feel that there's something really wrong. Like, this is very wrong. Like, if everyone like you and I, Ricky, stood up against this, we could overturn the idea of, like, this is not a normal family structure where somebody is tyrannical at the top and makes everyone in fear, and if you don't come, and it's like, and then they act like, oh, I'm so hurt that you're not coming, even though if they really were hurt that you weren't coming, then they wouldn't act in an abusive, verbally abusive, manipulative way behind the scenes, trying to control you and ruin your life, making people feel like they either have to come to the holiday or feel like killing themselves. It's not normal, and it happens in a lot of families. I knew a person from the Netherlands that used to talk to me a long time, where every time he would go to his family, they would just be so disappointed with him, even though he had his own bread. He was a bread maker. He worked really hard. He had his own house. And it makes me feel like. For me, this is why I kind of believe in, like, spiritual stuff, because I feel like this is a very dark spirit. This doesn't make any sense. Why would a guy who loves his family, who tries his hardest, who bakes bread every day, who owns his own home, who's very successful, why would he go to home every day and the parents dote on the sister who's less successful, who doesn't care about her family, who's mean? And it's so odd. When I actually started dating Luke, so weird, true story. I actually met his mom and sister, and I could tell, like, I have the sixth sense. Luke thinks I'm like an empath or something. I don't know. Well, I think I am, and then I kind of told Luke I was later, but I don't know. But anyway, like, I can kind of feel what people are feeling sometimes, which is really weird, but it kind of gets me into trouble because evil people around me, they know that I know that they're evil. Like, they just know, and then they start hating me. It's really weird. But anyway, like, I could tell, like, they started saying really mean things about Luke as soon as I met them. And I could tell that they were testing me. I could tell. They wanted me in their club. They wanted me to be like, yeah, Luke is a loser, and, that's fine. You understand he's a loser, and you're just going to marry into this family because you like us because we're superior. And Luke has disabilities, and he's obviously not that great, but at least he's something, right? I mean, he's a guy. But they didn't say that out loud, but this is like what I know this is what they were thinking. And I was just thinking, like, oh my gosh, like, I love Luke, and I'm not going to act this way. So after the first week or so, after the first year, they completely 180'd and started treating me exactly the same they treated Luke. And started being verbally abusive and everything. When in the beginning they were like, wow, you're so amazing, and look at you, you're awesome, and what do you see in Luke? And I was like, well, he's amazing, and he's awesome, and super handsome, and he's my best friend, so I don't know, what don't I see him in him? So it's kind of like, what is going, like, even to get to the point where you'd be so evil that you would actually talk about another human being, especially in your own family, and say, what do you see in them? Well, shouldn't you see good in every human being? What is wrong? Like, what is demonically wrong with people if they talk about someone else and say, what do you see in them? There's a problem right there. Like, what? There's like, it's just demonic. It's just like, something is so wrong. Like, why would you talk about if everyone's created in God's image, or if all people are equal and we're all here on the planet to grow and, help each other out, and we're all here to kind of just do our thing and be happy and do what we love to do and have fun together and, help lift each other up in life and, just try to do everything we can to live life and be happy. Why would you ever look at another human being, no matter who they are, and say like, oh, like, this person, like, what do you see in them? It's like, what don't you see? They're a human being. They matter to, they're important. They exist, and they're supposed to deserve love and being treated with respect. It's just so odd. That's why a couple days ago, I saw the, This is Sparta. Like, I was looking at clips of it, and I just saw the guy, this guy is coming to his city-state and saying, everyone else has bowed the knee to me, they're the Persians or whatever, and, you need to bow, and everybody else is going to, you need to submit, you need to, basically bend the knee, you need to be submissive to us, you need to do what we say, we expect you to do this, everyone expects you to do this, everyone does it, everyone. And I just was hearing that kind of like the way that everyone talks today, like everyone does it, everyone, goes to their families for Thanksgiving, everyone, bows the knee to their mother-in-law, etc. Everyone is doing this. Why aren't you submitting? You need to submit and be normal like everyone else. And the guy just looks at him and like, it's like he's about to shove him off the cliff. And the guy's like, this is madness. You can't do this. You can't do something else that other people aren't doing. And he's like, no, this isn't madness. This is Sparta. He throws him off the cliff. And I don't know why, but I was like I basically cried because I was like, oh my gosh, that's what I want to do. That's what I want. I don't want to shove someone, I don't want to shove someone off a cliff, but it's like, I mean, do I? I mean, secretly sometimes I do, but, it's like, he's saying in that moment that I don't care if every single other person on the planet has bowed the knee. I don't care. I'm not going to. It ends here. Like, you can, you can make my life a living hell. You can make my life a living nightmare. Scream in my face all you want, but I will not submit to you. I will not. I won't. I won't, because you don't deserve it. You don't deserve somebody to submit to you. You're a tyrant. And I don't know why, but something in me just like snapped, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not taking this anymore. There's no one that deserves, like, people cannot run their families like they're their own personal kings or gods over their families. It is absolutely insane. Like, you cannot expect somebody to worship you as a god if you're the mother-in-law or father-in-law of your family. It's absolutely insane. You cannot do that. That is just evil and wrong. You cannot. You cannot lie about people behind their backs, manipulate people, try to make one person better than the other, try to, turn everyone against somebody, make them the black sheep. You cannot, like, that's madness. That's insane. Like, that cannot be a family. Like, if that's what every family is like, then there shouldn't be any families, because it's absolutely insane. Like, people cannot stand for it anymore. It just cannot happen. And I don't know, something in me it just was telling me, I don't care. Like, if that's how every family is acting now, then something has to change. Like, it has to change. Like, it cannot continue. Like, I just, like, when I first encountered my in-laws, and they were just like, oh yeah, like, the first year they said that we weren't good enough to go to their family gathering. But then the next year they expected us to go, and if we didn't go, they were disappointed. So it's like I became a slave in a year from marrying into my husband's family, which I don't want to be a slave, you know, and I thought slavery is supposed to be over. So for me, it's not, I don't want that to continue. So Ricky, I'm with you. Like, if you ever need someone to talk to or anything, like, I don't know, that cannot happen. Like, the way your wife's family is, that cannot continue. It just cannot. Like, I'm at the point where I sometimes listen to uplifting messages and stuff because I know that I have to stand against everybody, because nobody wants to stand against them. Because if you stand against them, you make yourself a target. But you know what? It doesn't, like, it just can't. It just cannot continue. It just can't. Like I don't know what to say, but I just realized that it just can't. It just can't continue. So anyway, I don't know. I'm talking about some interesting stuff, but I completely understand. It's like, like, I'll explain. Like, my grandfather, if somebody didn't want to come to his Thanksgiving, and my grandfather went to Harvard, and, you know, he had more reason than anyone to be a snob, but he wasn't one. And sometimes when I talk about my grandpa online, people make fun of him because they're like, oh, your grandpa went to Harvard, but then he did these goofy things. It's like, well, yeah, and that's the whole point. That's the whole point. He went to Harvard, then he did goofy things to show people it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Whether you go to Harvard or not, you're still the same. You're worth the exact same as if you're homeless. If you're a king in a castle, or if you're homeless and you have no money, you're worth the same. Every human is worth the same. They're all worth trillions of dollars. No one deserves to be treated like that at all. Like, anyway, I don't know. My grandpa, when he would invite people over, our other family members over, like, there was, my cousin wouldn't come for like 5 years to Christmas, and he never shamed her. He never phone called her and acted like, oh, you're not here. He just said she'll come when she's ready to come. Whereas Luke's family, it's like, if they don't come, they're just like, oh, I see you decide not to come. Maybe you shouldn't. Don't do this. Don't be like this. Why don't you start being normal? Why would you do this? You're obviously doing this because, you know, you have some kind of thing against us. It's like, how would you presume to know why I'm not doing it? It's like, actually, the way you're acting on the phone right now is exactly the reason I'm not there. You're proving it right in the way you're talking to me. Anyway, so yeah, but anyway, I didn't mean to get into it, but it's just like, yeah, that's why I hate holidays, because basically what they can do is you can actually become almost like a slave to the family. It's absolutely ridiculous. And then you can't, like, I've almost thought about, I actually told a counselor once, I considered faking my own death. I actually considered it. Faking my own death so I could get away from Luke's family. I really did. Like, I'm not joking. I was going to stage a car crash online in which I would die, and then I would just help Luke behind the scenes with the videos. And then I would just have a separate house, and then whenever his family came over, I would just live in a tiny shed, or I would just go to a hotel, and I would pretend I was dead. Like, that is how much they were, like, horrible to me. And, I mean, I was really going to do it, and then I've actually considered many things. I mean, you just, for me, I think it's because, I don't know, it's just my nature. I just cannot. I cannot be treated like that. I cannot. Like, I know I'm worth more than that. And so are you, Ricky, and anyone who gets mistreated by their family. You just, if I'm able to stand up to my in-laws, I will write a book explaining how I did it, and I will hopefully start a movement in which I will release everyone from tyrannical family members, because it's just, it is wrong, and it's demonic. It's evil, and it just cannot continue. It cannot. And I won't allow it. Like, if I have to stand up against it myself in the entire world, against everything that's happening wrong, I will. And I'll do it till the day I die, because I won't allow it anymore. Anyway, sorry to get off topic. But yeah, it's very wrong. It's very wrong, and it's evil, and it makes you never, like, I used to look forward to save up for Christmas, and now it's like I have nothing to save up for. What do I have to save up for? If I make my own Christmas, I get a phone call from my in-laws. Why are you spending money on that when you could have come seen us? You know, I can't go out and go on a date with my husband. They'll give me a phone call about it. You know, they're just, it's like so evil. I don't know what to say. You'll not stand alone. Thank you, Drockle. I can tell you guys want to know a secret? So, like, it does destroy you inside, and it cannot happen. Like, it cannot, Ricky. Like, everyone else, like, we have to do something about it. Like, if I die trying, like, if somebody would spear me through in my walk towards my in-laws, I would not consider that in vain if I died on the way to do it, because I believe in it so strongly. It's just so wrong to treat people like that. It's so wrong that I would give my life to make it stop. I would, because it's so horrible. And it cannot keep happening. It just cannot, and it happens to many people, and it's wrong. It just can't. And yeah, like, I've never told my in-laws this. Hopefully they will never watch this, but they won't. But the last time I actually went to see them, like, I actually didn't go. I drove in the car. They kept telling me that Luke had no disabilities, and he clearly does. He cannot drive on his own. But they won't believe me, so it's like, so the last time, you know, Luke saw his grandpa before his grandfather died. I drove with Luke, but I told Luke that he had, and then I realized I couldn't lie anymore, so I never did this again. But I told Luke to tell his family that he was driving up on his own, and I had him drop me off at, like, a Best Buy near where his grandpa was, because I couldn't face his family. They were so cruel to me. I could not talk to them. And the thing is, I could never tell his family I did this because, like, he could not, like, he needed to see his grandparents, but he couldn't drive up on his own. So it's like I had to drive him, but I didn't want to be there because they were so rude to me. So I drove with him for like 4 to 6 hours, and then I had Luke drop me off at a Best Buy near there or something. And I just waited for hours. Just waited by the shelves. Just waited until he was done seeing his grandparents. Just like, you know, hoping that his parents didn't take a trip to Best Buy and see me there and start screaming or something. But it's just like, I had to lie and make, you know, and say that Luke drove up by himself, which technically he did drive up for himself. And I actually called him on the phone and then pretended I was calling from home, but I hate lying. But that's the thing is, evil people make people lie. They want you to lie. They try to get you to lie so that, you know, and they even talk about it. I noticed that Luke's family started talking about how they lied all the time when I was first with them. How they, you know, they're like, we can't tell Luke's grandma the real reason we're here. Let's just tell her this so she doesn't worry. And I thought, this is so odd. Like, why would you're a pastor's family, yet you lie all the time. That's really weird. That's like a huge red flag. Like, it's just like, there's just something so demonic about it. It's just so evil. Like, it's just so wrong. So yeah, I actually called Luke and then was like, how are you doing? And he's like, oh yeah, my family's so proud of me that, you know, I drove up here all by myself. And I was like, that's great. And, you know, I was just shaking. And then he, you know, after he visited with his family, he said he had to drive back home, and he picked me up at the Best Buy and we drove back home, and he was able to see his grandfather. But if I had gone with him and stayed in a hotel, they would have been screaming the whole time. They would have been yelling, why isn't Amber here? Why does she hate us? What does she have wrong with us? You know, oh my gosh, she has to stay in the hotel. It would bother his mom the whole time that I wasn't there. Because his mother's insane. She's just it's like she has to have it her way. Like, even when I would just want to be upstairs, oh, everyone else is sitting here, you have to be down here. It's like, I'm over 20 years old. Like, I just could not believe the way I was treated. I have never been treated, even by my own family, who are pretty, you know, I've never been treated like that in my entire life. And it cannot happen. Like, I find it odd that they have to ask, why would Amber have a problem with us? Why would you need to ask that? Like, you really can't figure, it's like, you really can't figure out that the way you treat people is wrong? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. So, yeah, I actually, so if I write a book about this, or if I do it, I am going to talk about it. I have been very depressed the last year or so because I felt I need to do something about this. I have to stand up to this. I cannot just continue. And it's weird because I called one of my family members on the phone, and I told her how miserable I was, one of my aunts, and she just said, I cannot stand up to it. It will be even worse than before. It will be even worse than before. If I stand up to it, it will be worse than before. They will hurt me more than before. It's like the, basically what they are, they're, you know, these kind of family members, they're the country of, you know, I read a lot about, like, ancient civilizations. They're Assyrians. Assyrians was a horrible nation. I mean, they were very good. I mean, they were a very advanced nation, but they were ruthless to their enemies. Every time there was a revolt, instead of like Babylon or other nations that would basically try to make a compromise with the nation revolting, instead Assyria would just stomp out it even more. Every time there was any kind of dissension, any kind of anyone disagreeing, Assyria would just crush them even more. And to the day that Assyria was destroyed, they were the most hated nation in the whole world because they crushed their enemies, and if anyone spoke up, they would crush them more. Alright, let's do one more. But, and then, it is 4:24, so I'll switch the other. But yeah, like, that's why I've been so depressed, because I realized I have to do something. Like, that was part of why I ended up having a miscarriage, actually. It was partly because my Discord got destroyed, and I had my entire, you know, tons of our viewers turned against us and, like, tried to hack our Discord and destroy our channel. But then at the same time that was happening, you know, I had to go to a family event with my in-laws, and my blood pressure ended up being 198 over whatever, and I was forced to go. Like, I was not allowed to say no. I had to go. If I didn't go to this family event, then they would have crushed me. They would have destroyed me. They would have said horrible things about me. They would have just, you know, it's killing people with guilt and shame is what it is. It's just absolute, it's like spiritual, it's like spiritual, it's like dark spiritual battle. That's what it is. It's honestly, I really believe, and I know that people aren't going to agree with me, but I really believe this is what, this kind of thing, manipulation, control, you know, where you have no choice, you have to go. If you feel as though you don't want to go, or you're not sure if you want to go to this family event, you know, everyone will say horrible things about you, you know. Not only that, but like, we have to worry about our family members. If I don't go, they'll make it miserable for Luke. If Ricky doesn't go, they'll make it miserable for his wife. It's like the Green Goblin holding, you know, Peter Parker's fiance and saying, you can save this bus of children, or you can save Mary Jane. They make it so you either go to the family event and be abused, or you don't go and you're abused even more. Either way, they will destroy you internally until you die. You can, like, this, it cannot happen. Like, I don't even know what I was gonna say, but, you know, I had to go to this family event, and my blood pressure was 198, and, you know, I just, you know, I was actually, they didn't know it at the time, but I was pregnant at the time, and I lost my child They stressed me out so much that I lost, and then I found out that I had lost several because of stress to his family. It just cannot, you know, like stuff like this. I mean, it causes stress. It causes, you know, like family members like this. They are living their life to steal, kill, and destroy others that stand in their way. They're absolutely demonic. It is this what family members do to control other people, to hurt them if they do not comply. This is witchcraft. This is the definition of what witchcraft is. That's what it is. It is controlling someone from a long distance and destroying their lives if they don't comply. That's what it is. I honestly believe it is evil. Anyway, I'm sorry for talking about it. Oh my gosh. But yeah, if you guys wonder why sometimes I get depressed, I really believe that my aunt was talking to me. Alright guys, we'll do one more. But yeah, my aunt was talking to me and I said, if I stand up against these people, I will be crying in a room all by myself. Everyone will turn against me and Luke. Everyone will say horrible things about me. It will be 1 trillion times worse than it was before. No one will ever believe me. Because they put on such a great front. Look at us. We're church people. Look at us. We do everything right. Which they do nothing right. They do everything wrong. And everything they do is with evil intent. Their thoughts are continually evil. It's a lie. It's a lie. They're lying. It's a fake. They're, as Jesus says, if the light you think that you have is truly darkness, then how great that darkness will be. And that is the reality of what they are. They're evil to the core, but they pretend to be good. They're wolves. You know, and yeah, I don't even know what I was talking about. But this is, yeah, it's just horrible. I will be praying for you, Ricky, and we will not have to stand. But anyway, I told my aunt, I said I cannot stand up against it. They will make it 1 trillion times worse. But there must be something, like, I think if people are rude and cruel and evil, I think they have to be afraid of us. They have to be afraid of you and I, Ricky. They must know that there's good in us. They must know that there's something inside us they fear. Even if we don't see it, even if we're weak, even if we are terrified of them, they know that we have the potential to destroy them. They know that we can see that they're evil. They know. That's why they hate us. That's why they're so mercilessly cruel. They know. They know something. I guarantee you. But my aunt said the best thing ever. She said, if you stand up against them, and everyone turns against you, and every single person in the world, because my family doesn't like me very much either, so they could turn my own parents against me. You know, if everyone turns against you, you know, my aunt said, you know, if everyone stands against you and you're crying all alone for months or years on your own, in your own apartment, and you have no one, she said it will be better. She said it will be better if you are crying on your own than if you allow them to do it to you. You cannot allow them to do it to you. So, I don't know if that makes sense, Ricky. I'm sorry that I went on this huge tangent, but you should stand up to them. Like, you should do everything you can, and no matter what happens, no matter what the cost, I'm getting to the point where even if Luke would say, I'm gonna leave you because you're standing up against them, I don't care. That's his decision. Like, I do care, but I have to do what I have to do. If my own parents would say, I disown you because you're standing against your in-laws, I would say, that's your decision. You have to get to the point where you know it's wrong. Even if nobody else sees it's wrong, you have to do it. You have to get to the point where you walk in there like what's his name? I don't know, James Bond or something, and you just do it. And if everyone else leaves by your side, if everyone else leaves you, then you just stick to it, because you have to do it. When you see evil and you know it's wrong, you have to stand up to it. Even if everyone you care about leaves you, you have to do it. And that's where the point I am at, is that I have to do it. Even if I would lose every subscriber online, even if my own parents would disown me, even if Luke would leave me, I have to do it because it's so evil. They cannot keep doing it. Anyway, I'm sorry for talking about it so much. Thank you very much. Exactly, Ricky. Alright guys, let's do one more race, and I promise not to talk about it. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, you know what? No, I can't. I wish I could do another race, but it's time. You guys are amazing. Ricky, I'll be keeping you in my thoughts and prayers, and thank you everyone for hanging out. But yeah, if you see, I am, if you guys ever come across something where the most important people in your life will not understand, and you know it's right, like you know, even if the people you care about most cannot see it, it will kill you inside if you don't do it. It's killed me inside for 15 years. I'm probably gonna end up doing something. I actually have already done something. I did send my in-laws a letter a while ago, and they haven't responded. But that's not the last letter I'm gonna send them. I'm gonna explain to them they can't treat me like that. But anyway, guys, Ricky, you're amazing. You see what is right and wrong through the haze of, what society tries to tell us, that there's no such thing as right and wrong. There is, and there is wrong, and you need to stand up against it. And you are amazing for, just to see it. Just to see it, even if you haven't done anything, even if it bothers you. Just the fact that it bothers you shows you are a light in the middle of darkness. That when it bothers you, you're one of the lights in the darkness. That's what it is. Alright guys, thanks so much guys and gals for another amazing stream. Thank you Super Yoshi for the super chat, and I will see you guys in about 20 or 30 minutes, and we'll be for the next stream. Alright guys, thanks for the encouragement, Richard and Ricky and everyone. God bless and happy gaming. We'll see you guys later. See ya!